Hello from Better Land. I'm Jane, and today we are joined by Husna. Welcome, Husna.
Hi, I'm Husna. It's very exciting experience to be in this chat with you.
Thank you. Thanks for
Okay.
being here. So today we're going to be talking about coming from a different culture to study at AGSM. But before we do that, Husna, can you tell us a little bit more about yourself?
Sure. I'm Husna. My background is I work as a business tech consultant
Mm.
in Thailand for almost 6 years.
Mm.
And at one point, I feel like I want to do something like less expertise and be more generalized.
Mm.
That's why, but I don't really know myself yet what I
Mm.
want to do. That's why I want to do an MBA to like explore the world and also explore myself as well. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Excuse me. So, one of the things that we learned from you first week of FOM was that you're the Snow White of your family. So you have seven
Yeah,
siblings that you look after.
seven younger brothers. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't really have many friends or anyone that I know that have more than three
Yeah.
siblings in their family.
Yeah.
So when I was asked to tell like some fun facts
Yeah.
about myself, this is usually one of the things that I would pick up and tell everyone that, well, I have seven younger brothers, but if you cannot remember that, you can remember me as a Snow White.
Yeah. That's excellent. So you're used to multitasking and looking after a lot of things at the same time.
Multitasking, I'm not sure, but I would say that because I have a lot of family member,
Hmm.
I used to having conflict with people.
Okay.
Not like conflict, but like
Yeah.
living with 10 people
Yeah.
at your house.
Yeah.
It makes me understand that even though we came from the same background, we were grown up in the same house, but people can think and do things very differently. And that makes me understand other people
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So you came from Thailand, where I guess the education system there is set up so that you are more of a quiet worker, right? So
Yeah.
diligent but quiet, so not very outspoken, which is quite different with how things are here at AGSM, where
Totally.
you're sort of rewarded for participation and you
Yeah.
need to speak out.
Yeah.
How has that experience been from your perspective?
I would say it's very difficult,
Mm.
and honestly, I still struggle
Mm.
to speak more in the
Mm.
class
Mm.
because, like, back when I was in my school or university
Mm.
in Thailand, we have the system where honestly we are not encouraged
Yes.
to like put
Yeah.
our hands up
Yeah.
and ask question.
Yeah.
I would even say that we are discouraged to
yeah.
do so, but
Yeah.
I'm not so sure with this current generation
Mm.
whether this thing is still happening or
Mm.
not. But
Mm.
back in my generation,
Yeah.
I couldn't remember anyone puts their hands up in
Mm.
class,
Mm.
and if one did that,
Mm.
everyone would look at them and like, what's wrong
Yeah.
with you?
Yeah, you're like the
why?
rebel.
Yeah, why?
Yeah.
Why can't you just sit quietly
Yeah.
and listen to your teacher
Yeah.
or something like that? But coming here, like participation is one of the how to say like composites of our assessment, right? 10%, 15%, whatever.
Mm.
And I really struggle to put my hand up and speak. I don't even understand what I fear of. It's just like because I have a very different background, and actually in university
Mm.
there are some people who speak in class, but
Mm.
it's not like we are discouraged or encouraged to do it. But people who do it, they do it like as naturally,
Mm.
and they could be like 10% of the whole class.
Mm.
And here it's like
The opposite.
90% of the class. Everyone was like, "Oh, I have an opinion. Oh, I have an opinion too." And I'm like, "Oh my god, it's moving so fast."
Yeah.
And like in the way that I am trying to participate sometimes, it's also part like one of the reason is that because English is not my first, it's not my mother language. So I spent time to think
Yeah.
about what I want to speak.
Yeah.
But then when I try to like gather my courage to put my hand up, they already moved to
on.
another topic already. So I'm like, okay, I will wait. Yeah, and it's never happening.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So have you unlearned that tendency of being quiet and starting to. I noticed that you spoke up today in class. So congrats. That was good.
I would say that it feels a little easier when we are in a small group of people, or how to say, like when we sit in the big lecture room and like when we speak up, we know that everyone would watch at you, right? But like for example, in the class this morning, we were split in a group of 5 people, and we were in a class of like flat classroom. It feel a little bit easier to speak up.
Yeah. Less intimidating.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. All right. Well, good luck with that.
You.
I'm sure you'll keep going. We're still in term 3, so yeah, a lot of time to practice that skill. Lastly, I want to talk about your culture and your beliefs. So this was one of the things that I was talking about with one of our cohorts before. I didn't realize, and I just found out that because of your belief, you're not able to sit down with someone who's having a drink, alcoholic drink, right?
Yeah.
So I'm very sorry if we've been insensitive to that. I feel like, oh my God, that's probably why you didn't come to like a few things for you of the outings, and then during the IV drinks, you couldn't join the drinking table. But is there anything that would be helpful for the rest of the cohorts who don't know, the Muslim beliefs and cultures and traditions that you think we could probably learn as well? Like, how can we make the whole experience better and include you as well?
I'm really not sure how to explain it. So first of all, because Muslim, we are not allowed to drink alcohol, and like it's to the extent that we cannot sit on the same, like you said, we cannot sit on the same table with people who drink alcohol. That's why I don't really like to go out, because because I know like drinking is like casual things that everyone does, right? And I don't want to, like when I appear there, everyone have to stop not drinking. I don't want to create that experience or that kind of thing. So what happened when I was in I would say like in Thailand, because all of my best friends, they know this. Like, so what we discussed was like, okay, if you want to drink, you go. I will not go, because I really feel sorry, but I really felt uncomfortable to be in that kind of environment. But if you just want a casual catch up, we can go to a coffee shop and restaurant and eat food without ordering alcohol, and we can talk just like that. But really, I mean, it's not like I don't want to participate when people gather and have a casual conversation or stuff like that. It's just about my religion belief, and I don't want this to be like, I don't want to be the one who stop everyone
you don't want
else.
to be hindrance, but then at the same time, I think it'll be helpful for other people to know that. So instead of going to Roundhouse every Friday, we can go to Penny Lane and have coffee, and still have fun regardless.
I would love to join that.
Okay, all right, sounds good. All right, so if you're coming from a different culture and you find it a little bit hard to unlearn some of the things that you have learned in your past, these are just some of the life experiences that we're more than happy to share with you. Please press the subscribe button so that the next video will go straight to your box. See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Husna.
Thank you for inviting me to do this too.
Pleasure.